All right. Oh. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's fix that up. All right. What the fresh heck is going on here, ladies and gents? I'm Divik. Welcome back to another episode of Ark on Genesis. And honestly, I don't really have much planned for today. Except for, hey, I redid the breeding room. And now there's a big area where you can like hatch out creatures and whatnot. And I'm still working on it. As well as cleaning up some of our creatures. And I got a little surprise for all you gents and ladies. Okay. And I've just been cleaning up the base, kind of making it better-ish. Let's take all the empty ones. Boop. Throw those out. I definitely don't have enough room. No, I don't. That's okay. Alright. Boom. Nice, nice, nice. Now, before we get started, I do want to make note of a couple things. We don't know what's being worked on by the devs right now. We just know that they're fixing bugs and whatnot. And all we can really do for them is to point out said bugs and hope for the best. Right? Right. Okay, moving on. Now that I got that out of the way, Genesis Part 2. It's been around for a couple weeks now, actually. And needless to say, I've been having a lot of fun with it. You know, it's great. Our creatures are really cool looking. The mechanics, the net gun is ridiculously OP, and I love it. I love that it's overpowered. I love that it can catch a lot of these bigger creatures. It makes sense that it can't catch a Rex, Giga, Spino, or Bronto, or anything bigger than that. Makes total sense to me. And also, I tamed some Gigas. I found a few. Yeah, I found like 3 female, a couple of additional females, and my goodness, what the heck is on me that would encumber a Giga of all things? Now, I've been cryopotting up a lot of the creatures that we have tamed up so far, and I'm only leaving out a handful because I plan on doing something with them. That being said, it's going to be a hot second before that happens. Let's go ahead and put that up. That. Throw that on the ground. And we'll put that in. Okay? So, what's different about the base? Before we get into the review stuff. Nothing really. Just, I moved some creatures around. We got some more Gigas. Some of which I honestly couldn't be asked to actually tame, so I just went ahead and force tamed them because I can't be asked to tame a Giga, because y'all saw yesterday, and by the way, I did get her. She's over there on that end. I had to get this one because I just love the colors on this Giga. I mean, look at this thing. It's literally our tribe colors. It's a tribe color Giga. Like, how could I not? And it was high level. So I mean, come on, I had to get that. Okay, so on this review, let's get going. First off, the bugs. Some of them don't bother me, and others are like, okay, why is this? Why? Chief among them, on the ones that bother me, is the cryopod issue. Now, check it out. I posted a clip on Twitter about this, but as you can see, it's not showing the color regions. The color regions are not showcased on the cryopod, but if you look at the PC version of the game, now say I want to say it's Tilla, on here on YouTube, she posted a community thing, and the cryopods on there showcased that the color regions are there, which tells me that this is a bug. Now, Another thing that's obviously a problem is the fact that if you look at the top of the screen, you see R equus. It says R equus, you know, the dash level 683. What's wrong with that picture? I give you a second to really look at it. You figured it out? If you did, you're a beast. If you didn't, follow me. The gender is also not showcased. But you've seen on previous videos of mine and probably of other people that the gender of the creature was also shown on the cryopod when you highlighted it. And I'll just go over all of these. It's not shown at all, just the creature. I'll just go across all of these. You know, I'm not pulling your leg. The only way to really tell is if you named the creature already, which we did for the most part. So as you can see, the only way to tell if this something was male or female is if it's already been named that. Is that necessarily a problem? Well, no, but it is a problem for us breeders. And, you know, Night Stalker and I talked about this for an extended period yesterday, or the other day, rather, that it is problematic. It's very problematic for us breeders because, as you guys know, if you've been following my channel for a long time, or the channel, rather, then you, oh, great. Big lag spike, probably gonna get kicked. Here we go. Or I'm just not getting close enough to the thing. But yeah, the color regions alone are problematic enough as it is. Because, yeah, we kind of need to see those color regions, and as you guys know, we end up getting almost hundreds of mutations when we do the mutation videos, which by the way, those are, I'm working on it, but, we're kind of doing our own thing right now, and with all the bugs and whatnot, we're just like iffy on the whole situation. But we'll see what we can do. Okay. The whole cryopod thing is number one. Now, I personally know, I know for a fact that there is more missions because we've seen it on PC. We know that there are more missions. I would love to see some more missions on here for sure, because wow, why isn't there? Ooh, 642, that's pretty good. But I have better in 648, so that's fine. Actually, this 648, that's perfect actually, because it changes the last two numbers. Now, these guys can go. Now see, and this is, and another thing that, speaking of, since we're on the subject matter of breeding, one thing that bothers me more than anything is this. It's the fact that sometimes when you're hatching eggs, you get this. You get this weird thing where it does not showcase whether or not there is twins. Now these are from back home. These are my aberrant baryonyx that I built and I love. But as you can see, these guys are actually incubating. They're incubating in slow motion. You can see this is what I'm talking about. The color regions are missing on the cryopods themselves. So look. Now, honestly, these guys are solid black. But you see how it showcases the color regions there? Doesn't showcase them here. It should be in that little space right there, in between the stats and then the weight of the cryopod itself. That's where the color regions should be, like right there. The fact that they aren't is problematic. It's not very good. It's just not very good. Now, I'm not bothered about the fast flyers. I'm not bothered about that right now, because speaking of, I know some people might mention it, but I'll go ahead and say it here. I'm not bothered by that. I'd rather them just work on Genesis Part 2, because there's a lot of things that are a problem. Yeah, for sure. Because and for us, we'd have to throw out every single cryopod, see what the color, if there's a color, and see what region it is, and then go from there. It's bothersome. But do I think that there's a lot of problems with this? Of course there is. You can't say that there hasn't been at least some problems with each map going. There has been... Ooh. Devil numbers. You die. Anywho. But everything else, what do I do? What do I like? First off, these crop plots. This is amazing. This is really cool. I do like that they have their own light. That's actually really nice. It's handy. Yeah, well, I have Blue herself, so it's fine. But anyways, the tech crop plots, really cool. The meat plants are really cool. The which I still need to check those out, by the way. Which soonish. As soon as I figure out how to get said seeds, we'll do a video on it. And I need more fertilizer. Oh. Uh-oh, that's not good. And considering dung beetles are on the map right now, that are in the map somewhere, someplace, need to find them. Yep, I know. Oh, look at all these advanced crops. I need to start making kibble. I mean, kibble would be handy right now. You know, I think I actually have loads of fertilizer back home. I just need to grab it. But the tech crop plots, the tech bow, this thing, the net gun, well, not the harpoon launcher, but the net gun, I love it. I love that it can catch pretty much everything with the exception of massive creatures. That's lovely. It is weird, though, that you can net a mammoth but not an aloe. That is quite weird, if I'm honest. Which, that's the whole point of this video. But, I don't know, there are some things that, me personally, I don't want in my survival game. Yep, for sure, Arc Logic. Hey, where's that fool that's always making the Arc Logic videos? Let's let him know about that. I mean, not a fool. He's not a fool. That's just how I talk in my family, by the way. He's not actually. And the fact that you can net an alpha, yeah. Actually, you know what? I like that you can net alphas. I really do. I actually like that. Because it makes dealing with them, because they're so frequently, a lot easier. Because if you're not on a boosted server, like ours, then you're going to be in trouble. You're just going to be screwed. Eat this corpse. Cool. I don't know. I personally, now really though, oh. It's like, oh look, another alpha creature. Cool. But you know what? Yeah. Separate, you stupids. Speaking of, let's see. I can probably cryopod. Yeah, okay. Don't mind me just mentally processing things. Also there's that weird, that might be a bug, I don't know. That, the whole Giga situation yesterday, which if you guys haven't seen that video, if you want to see me get frustrated and trying to catch a freaking Giga, then go ahead and check that stream out. That was a lot, to say the least. And also, if you were real quick though, if you were to fix, I would be totally fine with this. If they just added the pink text or the blue text for the gender at the top of the screen for the cryopods. If they just did that, I would be fine with it. You know, the gender right there being showcased in that form or fashion. There's Night Stalker. Just the gender itself being showcased in that form would honestly be a little less annoying. But if I were to pick that or showing the color regions, me and Night Stalker being breeders ourselves, I would go with the latter first. Because I would need to see the color regions of the creatures, obviously, before anything else. And that would just be a lot handier than something else. Now, obviously, they're going to be focusing on fixing the missions and things like that first, which, cool. And while you're fixing the missions, add some more while you're at it. You know, the hunt missions were my favorite missions in Genesis Part 1. Because those guys, it didn't take much thinking, just look for the creature, fight it, beat it up for a little while, exit stage right. And that was it. In fact, I think those hunt videos are still on the channel right now, so... Also, yeah, 686, boom. You know, I love how I instinctively close the door every time, even though I'm just going back and forth. But what do I like still? The R creatures in general is another thing that I like. The designs on these are just really freaking cool. I mean, look at the Allosaurus for a second. Let's just admire the craziness that is the Allosaurus. Now, it's not a creature that I wanted to see another variant of, but especially after we just got the X variant in the last on the last map. Now, I like this one a little bit more than the X, mostly because it's more like the traditional Allosaurus from the OG map, in which you can actually see all the regions. Now, nothing wrong with the X variant of the Allosaurus, but the fact that the volcanic back did not change at all, and like the lava didn't change at all, which, by the way, don't lie, the lava being able to change color on the X creatures would be cool. Shh. And you know, the X Giga, or the R Giga, this thing is seriously cool. I mean, look at that pattern. You know, the Giganotosaurus is a creature that I said I would like to see a region of, and I was screaming upon seeing, you know, the R Giga on the big picture. The owl is another creature I didn't expect to actually want a variant of, but here we are. We have it, and clearly this thing does not have the same weight capacity as the other one. Wow. Yeah, this one has more weight. But yeah, no, the R creatures in general are just really cool. Now, I would honestly like to see a Stego. As far as creatures that don't have an R variant, Stego for sure. And maybe the Spino. Maybe. Because, I mean, as far as creatures that did get an X variant, the Spino's got one. The Tapahara got one. Allos, Rexes. The Gigas got the Tech variant, which, by the way, I still want my Tech Gigas wild card. No, really, I do want the Tech Gigas. Because yes, it would be another variant of Giga, but now there would officially be 4. Yeah, 4 variants of the Giganotosaurus, which I don't count the hunt missions, because that's something different entirely. But let's see. Since we're on the subject of Giganotosaurus, I actually still have the wiki up from me trying to find the location. Now let's see. There is the Brute, Malfunction Tech Giga. I don't count the Brutes as anything. The Corrupted Giga, the Eerie Giga, which is not on console at all. That's more of I believe that's a mobile thing. The Experimental Giga, which is that tentacle boy from the mission, which the Malfunction Tech Giga, which that's something else. So let's see, one, two. I think there's like 3 or 4 variants that you can actually have. Let's see, Tech Giga, 1, 2. Oh, there's like, yeah, there's 3 variants of the Giga that you can actually have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 or 4. I don't know. I might be getting my numbers confused. Let's see. Regular Giga, Tech Giga, R Giga, and oh wait, no, it is 3. It is 3 because there's the R one, the Tech one, kind of, and the regular. I would still I would love to just get the, because I mean, heck, even the Quetzal got a new variant, and there's a chance to get both the X, not the X, the Tech and the regular one, showing off, and the new R version, which I still have yet to find a decent level one. I'm just gonna go ahead and tame that thing off camera because the taming of that is just going to be very boring. Because all I would need to do is just net the dang thing, put some gates down around it, exit stage right. I mean, it wouldn't be much doing. These guys are basically grown up. But yeah, there are creatures in general. I would like to see a couple more, personally. The Spinos being one of them. Let's see, well, what else? The Shadowmane, actually. The Shadowmane is a creature that I actually really like. Let's see. Where is that? Which one of you is that one that is a problem child? Okay, yeah, you. Let's see. Because he was a brat. He was a brat when I tamed him. And I never really did run around with this thing. Never really did spend too much time with these guys, so let's go ahead and do that. If I can get off the Giga. Boosh! Super jump! And flip. Haha! These things are really cool. I love that they actually are really good swimmers. I mean, look at that. A cat that's a really good swimmer. Imagine. Sabretooth, take notes. I mean, a cat that can swim? Come on. That's amazing. And also, I don't think these guys have an oxygen stat. Wait, do they not? No, they don't. So you can literally just park these guys in the water and they'll be totally fine. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, these things are really cool. The Shadowmanes are cool. The Maywings are very interesting. It is weird that you can breed them, but they don't have a gender. That is quite odd. What else? It's boom. Oh, I can control my descent. Nice. Well, let's see. Yeah, Shadowmanes, really cool. Maywings, really cool. In fact, I don't want to put too much speed on this thing because honestly, looking at the way this thing runs, I'd say 130 is probably... 130 enough? Yeah, 130 is enough. I mean, look at this thing. Look at the way that thing runs. I love it. Reminds me of a big lion, which is kind of the whole point. Yeah, let's see. I have yet to actually check out the tech striders yet. I have yet to check out the void worms. I haven't really tamed any yet of either. And that's primarily because, well, for one, the tech strider is like not possible to tame right now. Considering, you know, we got to do missions and all that stuff to actually tame them. Now, if you could lower the amount of missions required for them, even for higher levels, which, or at least give control of who the mission limit to people that are actually paying for a server, a la myself. Yes, sure, but you get the point. Also, these drones are always showing up at the most inopportune time. If the spawn on them could be lowered, that'd be great. Also, that's really cool. The chain attack is really nice. Am I harvesting this thing or not? Yeah, these things are cool. I would love to be able to just easily tame a shot. What's it? Let's see. Oh wow, that was cool. Oh, that was a 405 moose. I love that you have access to that, in fact. Um... Ha! That's so cool. I love that. That attack is so crazy. Or so tazy, as my 4-year-old nephew would say. Yeah, my nephew's crazy. But let's see. Anything else I can really think of off the top of my head? Outside of wanting to be able to tame the Striders, I mean, also this just looks cool. Man, I could literally sit here and just play with these things all day. But alas, we do not have that time. What don't I like? Well, the missions are fine, but I don't like that they put there's so much importance on the missions. Like when you're telling me that they made these things optional initially. They made these things optional, like you don't have to play them if you don't want to. But they promoted this map with, oh, you don't want to play the missions? You don't have to play the missions. But they make them a requirement to tame Striders and get to the final boss. Which that one, okay, the final boss, that makes sense. You know, we don't want to just be able to walk in and then boom, we're gonna take on Rockwell day one. You know, that makes sense. The final boss, that makes sense. But for creatures, I mean, really? Come on now. I mean, yeah, sure, it's just the Strider, but still. If you're going to promote the map with, oh, you don't have to do the missions if you don't want to. But then you have to do the missions in order to actually tame these things. That doesn't make much sense to me. Seems pretty two-faced, if you ask me. Oh, why did you have to be 180? Wait, can I tame you? Nope, I still need one more mission. Mother! See, this is what I'm talking about. In fact, I would say 50 is a nice number. And I'm not saying that because I literally need to do one more mission and then I'll be able to tame these things. But at least have it to where at least we can decide what the mission limit is. Because if I were to put the mission limit, I would half that. Wait, hold on. You did what now? Wow, imagine. But yeah, let's see. I, in fact, you know what? Another thing I don't like, since we're on things that I don't like, I don't like the I don't like the weird. Oh gosh. Sheesh. I still don't like the armada of low levels. I think you should still be able to control what the lowest level is. Like again, if I had control of that, I would set it to freaking I would set that to like 200. Not actually not even 200. I would set that to like 405 being the barest minimum. So that way they're almost always high levels. But I think oh, oh, you're a 450. I have yet to see one of those. You're actually cool looking too. Punk. 666, of course. Oh, well there we go. What level are you by chance? 405. Bonk. And this is the journeyman rifle. What the crap? What level are you? 75? Why do you exist? See, that's what I'm talking about. The fact that the levels are so often so low. I mean, high levels are quite frequent on this map, but I would still like to be able to control that. Like giving players more control, especially when players that are actually spending money on your game, a la myself and Knight. But like, come on, that should totally be something we can have control over. I don't even know why not. This 405, I'm not gonna actually tame it. But the return of the power punch was cool. Yeah, there's not really many things I don't like about this game, about this map. The forced being forced to do missions to tame the Strider is really stupid. But it does make sense to me that you have to you do the missions to take on the final boss. Now that makes complete sense. But forcing people to then to do missions after saying that you don't have to do the missions, that's pretty stupid. That doesn't make much sense to me. Like, either we have to do the missions or we don't have to. Make up your freaking mind. Seems pretty two-faced if you ask me. And it is, actually, you know what? It is two-faced. I'm just going to put in for a non-binary because these things don't have a gender. And boop. Also, the colors on this thing are really cool. Actually, wait, hold on. Hold up. Save for that green. Let's see, you got black. It's purple down there. Yo, this thing is is the tribe colors. What? Oh, yeah. That's cool. That's clean. Hey, what level is this Bronto? I haven't tamed regular Brontos yet. Oh, 75? Well, you die. Cool. But yeah, I would say remove that. At least, if you're not going to remove the, oh, you have to do missions in order to tame the Strider, at least lower the amount. Or at least give players access to be able to lower the amount. Because, what am I trying to say? The, servers like ours, where you're paying for it, are non-consequential in comparison to the other ones. They're not. The fact that we have as much, oh well, that's 420. Rip. No color, no cool colors on this thing anyway. I have like 6 mini wings at home anyway. But, yeah, were it up to me, I would, in fact, I would just remove the whole, you have to do missions thing entirely from everything that isn't Rockwell. Like, that makes sense. I'm hung up on that because it's the only thing, it's pretty much the only thing I don't like about this map, actually. It is the only thing I don't like. Don't promote your map with, oh, you don't have to do the missions if you're going to make people do the missions anyway. That was a rock. Well, I got twins already. It's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna be hung up on that. I like everything else. The Strider is cool. I haven't yet to tame one. We'll probably tame one soon. Somehow I'm just gonna do that one mission, which I've done basically all of them. So I think that only leaves a couple more things. Which I think Code Red on Alpha is the only one I haven't done yet. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that off camera. That's like an entire stream right there, I would say. I would say that's probably gonna be like an hour-long stream. Is us trying to do the Code Red on Alpha. That could be an entire thing in and of itself. Oh, this thing not having fall damage is so great. But yeah, guys, I'm going to head back to my base. If I can move. Oh, you're cool looking. What are you? Oh, you're a 405. Okay, I might tame you. Wait, what is the requirement? 51 missions. Mother! Okay. You know what? Okay, how's this? I'll try to do Code Red off camera. And if I win, I'll save the clip. And if I fail, then whatever. I'll just do like the higher tier one because it's Code Red on Alpha. And that right there is redonkulous. That's level 60 anyway. That whole mission is crazy, crazy difficult. And you would need, I mean, even all three of us, myself, Lone Wolf, and Night Stalker all doing it, that was really, really hard. But I would say, if you're going to fix anything first, fix the missions. Fix the missions, especially that difficulty curve. Because it's not, between beta and, between the beta and the alpha missions, it's not that big a difference, but until you realize that the damage output for like the more aggressive missions is substantially different. And you notice it when you do the wave battle one, which I think it's called Survive the Ark, where you take on pretty much all of the creatures of all the maps, including the crystal wyverns, as well as the oh goodness, the griffins. Also, sneaky wild card saying that you can't actually get the griffins and whatnot on this map when they're part of the mission. Sneaky. Why you bullying me? Look at this thing. I love this mailing. If I knew the regions, I'd swap that green for maybe like white. Maybe. And I'm gonna see about getting a saddle for this gal and moving her down lower to. Wait, can I? Okay, no, she's not. I didn't put her on force team. But anyways, guys, what do you think of Genesis Part 2? I'm definitely gonna, if I do like a recorded video, I would definitely gonna take some notes. But as far as everything else, I like the map overall. I don't like the forced missions, so I would give it a 9. Yeah, a 9 out of 10. It's nearly great. Just the bugs and the forced missions are literally what's keeping me away from giving this a 10 out of 10. Once you fix those, all that stuff is gone, all gone and done away with. I could give this a 10 out of 10. Is there any map? Is there any map right now that does have a 10 out of 10? Yeah, the not paid, the free DLC maps. Those have a 10 out of 10 because there's really nothing wrong with them. Ragnarok is great. It gives us all the wyverns. Crystal Isles is a lot of fun. The center. Well, it's the center. Let's see. Ragnarok's great. Crystal Isles is great. Valkyria is great. Hence why we even return to it. And you know, it's really fun. But what do you guys think of this map? Do you hate it? Do you love it? Let me know. Nobody panic. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.